Let's talk about mining now. The High Court in Kumasi has set aside a $15.3 million galamsey judgment entered against the government last year for the seizure of machinery, equipment and monies belonging to Heritage Imperial Company. The plaintiff, by the Interministerial Committee, tasked to check illegal mining in 2018. The court, presided over by His Lordship Justice Samuel Diewo, had exactly a year ago held in a judgment after trial that the invasion of the plaintiff's mining site and the seizure of the excavators and other equipment was unlawful. The court had at the time also ordered recovery of the sum of $15 million, being the value of the machinery and the equipment from the plaintiff's side, by the Interministerial Committee to check, that is task force to check illegal mining. Now, general damages of 500,000 Ghana cedis and cost of 100,000 Ghana cedis against the state was awarded. The ruling to set aside the judgment was delivered on July 30, 2021. My colleague Kweku Asante joins me on Zoom with details of this particular case. Kweku, what was the AG's argument in this case?
All right, Dennis. So it's important that we set the background for this case. We know that Heritage Imperial, like you just read, went to court over some seizure of its materials and alleged that they were in the position to reclaim all those from the state. The High Court judge, this same High Court judge, Samuel Diewo, then ordered the state to
proceed,
as it were, pay these amounts of money to Heritage Imperial Limited. But then the Attorney General went to court again and argued that the endorsements, the specifics of the payments, had not been stated on this application for restitution. And so the court agreed that in such matters, if you want to be able to reclaim certain sums of money from the state, you must have had on your application or the writ of summons the relevant endorsements for the state to be able to pay that amount of money. So the Attorney General literally went on the grounds of technicalities and has been able to secure this judgment where the court said that the amount of money that he ordered the state to pay to Heritage Imperial must not be paid anymore.
So what exactly is the ruling today? Specifics?
Right, so the specifics of this ruling by the court is that the amount of monies that were supposed to be paid to Heritage Imperial for the destruction of their mining materials will not be paid anymore. Not because they do not have a case, not because the specific allegations that they make against the state do not stand, but because on the face of the application, they did not state the relevant endorsements in terms of the cost and what exactly they wanted. One leg of this is that when you are making certain demand from the state, you must pay the requisite filing fees. But because this amount of money were not stated on the application of Heritage Imperial, then it meant that per the rules of court, the court should not have even seized itself with the jurisdiction to go ahead and hear the case. And so for this basis, the court has decided that the state ought not pay this $15 million to Heritage Imperial over these technicalities.
Thank you very much for breaking down the details for us from the court today. That's my colleague Kweku Asante.